carpet. This is a big league show.
Yeah.
Major show in New York. A man who deserves national prominence. This is a pigsty.
Yes, it is. We work in a pigsty because
This
I'm a
is
pig.
atrocious.
I'm a pig. That's why people like me, Larry.
But it keeps us close to the people. We could have plush.
Doesn't Larry look good, Robin?
He looks great.
Why do you separate Robin from you so far apart? Why is she?
We're
Because
in
I fart
South
a lot,
Africa.
Gary. I mean, Larry. Whatever.
Gary, what are you doing?
I'm thinking of Gary, our producer.
I thought it's the
Larry's the
enclose the blacks concept.
That's right.
Yeah, it's apartheid,
It's
Larry.
apartheid.
This is that's another thing. This is an apartheid program.
Of course.
Look at the way look at that separate. Did they let her out?
Me and
Does she
Robin have been
a
supporting
pass?
apartheid for a long time. In fact,
only with a pass.
That's right. In Africa, as a matter of fact, the blacks in South Africa have it great. They don't have to
right.
worry about a thing. The white people do all the worrying. They live a long time.
I never
They can
put
go
it
out-
that way. That's right.
They can go out and produce records with Paul Simon now.
We had it good at Dachau.
Exactly. Yeah, Dachau. Larry, when I'm being sarcastic, you don't have to make a relevant point.
They told when in Rome, do as. So let it go.
I called your hotel room, tell you to hustle your ass over here, but
I made
already
it hard.
knew to do
Howard,
that.
you knew I would come. I'm an old friend of yours.
yes, Larry King, of course, ladies and gentlemen. I got plenty to ask Larry, but Larry, first, where do you get your athletic footwear?
It's a.
You're into running now, right?
Yes, walking.
Walking,
I have
yeah,
Reebok.
I don't want to do too much.
I have my walking shoes. I got them in Georgetown, right in the heart of it's right on Wisconsin and M, right off Wisconsin and M. I don't know the name of the place, but
Well,
they
let
have
me
not a
tell you
personal
something.
service.
While
That's
you're in
what I
New
like
York,
about it.
what are you doing in New York?
We yesterday, the Westwood One Mutual Broadcasting System donated a bunch of tapes to the Museum of Broadcasting. Someday your tapes will be there in the
They're
archives.
already there.
Okay, well, that means that children, 50, 100
Right.
years from today, can come and observe us.
Right.
And that's what they did last night.
Yeah, they actually called me and asked me for some tapes. They didn't have a ceremony or anything. I didn't get a ceremony
No, they
like
just
Larry
take our
does.
tapes and put them in the archive.
They just stuck them in there, hoping no one will know they're in there.
You're supposed to get a little ceremony. You're supposed to get a little cocktail party, and they fate you, F-E-T-E.
I didn't get anything.
Now I take my tapes
Skunks.
back. Take them
Really?
back.
What a bunch of skunks.
You know, you're too easy, Howard. They said send us the tapes, and you sent them.
Yeah, I just figured you'd send them. I didn't know you get a party.
You get a party.
Yeah.
You get a automatic tax deduction.
Oh, really?
They're your tapes.
Howard,
Ooh, a standing ovation for Larry and his tax advice.
I can't believe you would let something
Somehow,
like that slip.
I'm not going to listen to Larry. I think he's been bankrupt like 9 times. I don't think it's a good idea to listen to Larry. Oh, yeah, I can just picture during the audit. No. Those tapes are worth like $10,000. I'm telling you. Larry King told me. Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Right.
Yeah, right, Larry King.
We got a cell for you right next to his.
Yeah, we've taken everything from him for the last couple of years. Those book royalties, right to the IRS.
I like that Elvis is everywhere sign. He called me last week.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, an exclusive from Kalamazoo.
Who did you have an exclusive from? Mojo Nixon? What is the guy's name?
No, he
Who wrote
called
that?
himself Elvis on my show. It's a big
that
league
guy.
show. Howard.
Oh,
He doesn't
okay.
have to fake his name.
I see.
It was Elvis, and we had 6 voice experts call in and say it was Elvis. Elvis
Yes.
called us last week.
Hey, have you heard those Elvis tapes yet? Are those out yet?
They're out with I think they're coming out. We have I think the lady's on next.
Yeah?
Friday night, yeah.
I'll have to tune into your show.
Really?
Yeah, tune in. Elvis
Yeah.
may call in.
I watched
He's
it.
definitely alive.
He is.
Oh, I didn't believe it until I got that call. He's definitely alive. The man is definitely alive. One, watch.
I'm alive and I'm hungry.
He watches Brokaw.
Yes.
Dick Clark. He still likes Dick Clark, but he likes him better on the pyramid game
I see,
Yeah.
yes.
than on the dance thing.
Yes. Larry King is here. Actually, I was
This is,
watching
patriotic.
your CNN show. I should say there are advertisers on that.
There's a lot of advertising. A lot of advertising on radio too.
So it's like 3 different talk lines, telephone chat lines for teens and
Oh,
stuff.
that would be a local insert.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that wouldn't be a national
He's not
insert.
taking credit for that.
You mean Howard doesn't know the difference yet between?
Well, I keep dialing that 1-900 teen talk line. I even called the gay talk line. You can't get it from my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live on Long Island. You dial
nice.
1-900, an operator comes on and goes, "Excuse me, what number do you want?" "Yeah, I want the teen talk line, okay?" I'm going to tell her. How do I get through to
I
that?
want to join the party.
Yeah, I need that. I need a teen talk line. Yeah, I want to just meet other singles. Gay black singles. Anyway, you have color in your face. Your both eyes are open up.
I feel good.
I've often commented that Larry, for years, and this is when you were smoking before your heart attack, I said something is wrong with Larry King. One of his eyes is closing
Yeah.
up.
Well, I knew your circulation was bad.
Yeah.
I could tell that from TV.
Yeah.
All you people can do that.
You're the type of guy, people tell you for years, you're dying and you're sick, and you go, I don't care.
That's right. I was a classic case. I wonder how millions of people like that. Not me. It ain't going to happen to me. I won't get a heart. It happened to you, not to me.
Oh, that's true.
Wrong go. Can happen to anybody. So I've changed. Like I was just telling Pat coming over here in the limo.
Yes, in the limo.
That's a Jewish aside.
Finally have a limo, huh?
I'm telling him that this is the first day in 6 months that I haven't walked 3 miles. I didn't walk this morning.
Wow.
So I have to make
So
that
nervous?
up.
Oh, God.
No. I'm toned. I'm
Yes.
honed.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm ripping.
So all you do is you walk a lot.
I walk. Yeah, I don't run. I walk, and I got a treadmill coming. I got the bicycle. That's boring.
Yeah.
But I got the treadmill. I got my shoes.
You ought to get the Stairmaster. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
You walk up steps. It simulates walking up steps and running.
That's
Get that instead
very
of a
good.
treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Stairmaster. You'll like that.
Okay, because
Yeah.
the treadmill is not boring. Bikes
Everyone
are
who's ever
boring.
had a heart attack has a Stairmaster sitting in their basement. They don't use it. They just have it there.
Every heart attack victim
Yes.
has a stairman.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be on this nutty kick for a while now.
Okay,
Now you're going to be annoying
like-
people with your
It's-
health tips.
Do you know what Dick
The Larry
Gregory
King
told
health
me?
book, yeah.
Dick Gregory told me the other night
Yeah.
that the best thing, and Dick, but get him on quick because he's disappearing.
We've had him on.
He's the slimmest man.
Oh, yeah.
Ever walked the
Yes,
earth.
I know. He's dying, I
There's
think.
no fat on him.
No.
Dick Gregory he is too slim, I think.
Yeah.
He said the absolute best exercise,
Is.
trampoline.
Really?
He said 5 minutes on a trampoline.
He's
is
lightheaded,
equal to
Larry.
30 minutes.
Yeah. He also
on a
gave up $1 million a year working in
Yeah.
nightclubs so he
He's
could go out to the
lightheaded.
Bahamas and help fat people.
I think the trampoline caused the bump on the head.
Yes. He's a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Why do guests have to lean up with their knees? You know, we treat guests much. You don't used to guests.
You wanna
here.
know something?
This
My
is like
knees-
a place not for guests.
my knees are becoming arthritic. I'm being serious. I can't even walk straight now when I get done with the show because of the way I'm sitting.
I'm unfamiliar. I hate to interrupt this commercial, which has been interrupted 6
Yes.
years. You want me to do it for you?
No, leave it, Larry. You're not used to doing commercials. I've
no,
seen porcelana commercials.
What I don't understand is this is a morning show.
Yes.
And millions of New Yorkers are dependent on this show.
Right.
Right.
And I will bet you that already in the past 15 minutes, John Gambling has given six
Weather forecast.
and time checks.
Yeah, well, that's all he
Now,
does.
But what you
And then his son is following in the great tradition.
no, but wouldn't you think?
Dad,
that,
you think I could do a time check?
No, but wouldn't you think that someone in your audience
Yes.
would like to know what time it is?
No,
I mean,
we
I'm
have
not.
an
I know I'm from the old
intelligent
schools
Don't
of
you
radio.
think they could look at the watch?
Yeah.
And don't you think that they could
All
look
right,
out the
let's
window?
say yeah, maybe they could. Let's say they're in a shower.
I'll be honest with you, Larry. I have a weather report that was given to me at 4 in the morning. You think that the weather's the same out now? Let them just stick their heads out the window. I'm being
Or you
serious.
could just fake it. Just say partly cloudy, chance of showers. You're
That's
always
right. You're always doing that. I hear you do that.
Yeah, well, you're right. If you
That's
do
right. Can you turn on that respirator, Larry, for God's sakes? What is going on with you?
But I don't know what I'm
carry an
hearing.
oxygen tank
No,
with
what
you
am I
everywhere?
hearing? I'm hearing something weird.
How do they conceal the oxygen tank on the TV show?
Do you keep the two little tanks under there, or do you
Yeah.
have that one long tank and you lay it on the
Well,
side?
I will tell the audience
Well,
that this is a setup.
Larry was good enough
That
to...
they are making it appear through the magic of radio
Yes.
that I am somehow using some breathalyzer of some type.
As Cousin Brucey says, it's theater of the mind.
I read the.
Larry, and if you could turn off your heart machine. I mean, it's getting a little crowded in here, don't you think, Robin?
We can't take any more equipment.
It's like being with Darth Vader. But anyway, Larry, how is Kitty Kelly in bed, man? Ooh. Does she moan Frank Sinatra's name or what? I can't
Who's she
believe
writing
You
about
know that
now?
oddly enough, she does Steve Lawrence medleys.
Is that
I am-
right? Excellent. Oh, Larry.
Kitty Kelly. I don't really know Kitty Kelly. I know her, but I don't know her.
Yeah.
I don't know her in a biblical way.
Because
I know her.
Larry does hit on all the female guests that come on his
Wrong.
show. Oh,
No,
come
he
on.
didn't. He
just-
didn't hit on that Deborah Murphy.
Deborah Murphy. I had no interest
Yeah,
in her.
right. Didn't you dig her underpants? You can see why Jimmy Swaggart was so attracted to her.
I loved one thing when I said to her, "Why do you have a tattoo?" And she
A
said,
bad one.
all the girls in my era have tattoos.
That's how we get guys.
That means that every 36-year-old walking around, it was a popular thing to do that.
Yes, yes.
I don't know anybody that has tattoos.
It's a very nice tattoo. You can tell she got that one in prison.
Oh, yeah.
Kitty Kelly's a lady who I know I've had on the show. In fact, I had a tough time with her on the show because I was kind of defensive of Frank. It was kind of a brawling evening. I passed her sometimes on the street. You know, we live in the same city. Washington's a small town. And my friend, that's
you
not me breathing.
So you never
We were
did
at
her, huh? So you
We were
never
at-
did her is what you're trying to say.
I never did Kitty Kelly, nor do I think that I'm...
That you'd wanna
particularly
do her.
turned on- But I want to do Kitty Kelly.
Kitty Kelly's sort of matronly, quite frankly. Larry gets young broads.
When you say, no, I don't
You
like
do.
No.
You get
Wrong
a lot
go.
of young broads.
Wrong go.
Had
Angie's not a
playmates.
young
I would not
broad.
date anyone
Yeah.
under 32, 33. I'll tell you why.
Because you're 87 years old.
No.
Why?
And
Why?
that is young to you. No.
You've had 9 heart attacks.
My,
It would kill you, for
my-
God's sake.
My friend Herbie Cohen said it best. He would not want to wake up in the morning with someone who didn't know who Adlai Stevenson was.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, I couldn't do that. You know, I was out. I tell you, I took out a young girl once. It was about 2 years ago, it's truth. And we're sitting at the Palm Restaurant in Washington.
That's impressive. And sitting there with Larry King, people saying hello.
That's right. She was very pretty, and she was in television.
And she was a playmate.
Bright,
They brought her a booster seat.
Yeah.
That's right. And we started talking about the Kennedy assassination. And I told her what I was doing that day, what I had to do on the air and all that, because it was an incredible
You were doing
day.
Porcelana ads.
And she said...
Yes.
That she was 2 years old. I had a vision that while I'm driving to the radio station in Florida, this child was 2 years old.
That's right. And you're thinking you're with a 2-year-old.
That's right. It ended the evening. That's right. That's very incisive, Howard. Unlike you.
Yes.
That was, you know, you had a touch of Morton Downey there.
Oh, thank you.
I've never seen that before.
He's a real talent, huh?
Oh, I love, you know, we're so proud in our business whenever.
No, I mean, even I'm embarrassed by Morton
We
Downey.
get so proud. That's right. Morton Downey embarrasses Howard Stern.
Yeah, he does.
Howard Stern is
He
ashamed
does.
of the business he's in.
I don't want to be in television now.
Well, every once in a while, greatness rises to a level. How would you like to have a show where they advertise you as the mouth?
Yeah, right. It's pretty frightening.
Yeah.
It's pretty frightening what's
Talk
happening.
wrestling.
Yeah. Well, what's amazing is that they actually printed his ratings, and he doesn't have any.
I don't. Yeah, that I don't understand. So I keep hearing conflicting things. I know in Washington he's on a channel you can't get.
Yeah. No,
But
he's and he makes about $100,000 a year. My agent knows these things.
Wait,
Really?
but Larry's impressed now.
Oh, sorry, Larry.
Impressed.
Hey, CNN only gives me 50. Man, what is this crap?
Don't lose sleep over it. No, someone said that he's number one. That he gets one.
Yeah,
In his own mind.
I'll tell you who says he's number one. Bob Pittman is going to lose his fortune on this guy because no one will advertise on his show.
But they're going to get great guests, aren't they? The Morton Downey show.
Yeah,
They'll definitely get former
You know you'd want to do
presidents.
that. Yeah. You know you'd want to do
He's
that.
on our show, isn't he, Pat? Yes. He's on our radio show. When?
Why would you encourage that?
July. I don't pick the guests.
I see.
I think he's coming on as sort of like.
Do you do any work on this show, or do you just show up and just interview
I
everyone?
show up and interview.
Tell us
Truth.
your preparation for the show.
That's it. You just heard it.
You know, but Larry, Larry.
No, I don't like to prepare. I don't like to. I like to do
God
things.
forbid they ever put you on morning radio and you don't prepare. I mean, God forbid you ever get into a
Howard,
competitive
I hate to
situation.
break this to you.
Why didn't you take that job with ABC?
They offered me the morning show.
Yeah, why didn't you take it?
Because I like.
He's got
the
no
network.
balls.
I like night. I like Washington.
Oh, get
I like
out of
it.
here. You're afraid of
Why-
You're
why-
afraid of it. You're afraid of the pressure.
Come on, I'd have blown you out.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you kidding? First of all,
Come
I'd
on,
have
be serious.
I'd had a cross appeal. You know, you do have. I'd have never gotten your 18-year-olds.
I saw your
Nor that I'd
ratings.
be
I saw
interested
your ratings in New York on
18.
WOR for overnights. You came in 5th. Now, you could do better than that on overnights.
I don't. How many stations in New York?
There's 5.
Oh, there's only 5 stations.
only 5
here. Oh, I'm doing
stations.
terrible.
Actually, he did come in. He actually did very well, now that I think about it. If he's in the top 5, that is pretty good. Hey, I don't do much better.
That's right.
We're in the
Come to
top
think of it.
5. Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
on the
Actually, Larry, I'm
preparation
very
side,
proud of you.
I like to work off the top, and one of the ways I learned to do that was when I started before. That's not me breathing. One of the ways I learned to do that was
But that is your heart.
Don't get excited, Larry.
sometimes when the pacemaker starts to work too fast, I talk too fast, and then you can't keep up and stuff. Doc, it's going bad. 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 Got a story here, Howard.
Hold a second. We got to take a break.
You could do us a favor, Larry.
What?
What do you got in mind?
I mean, if he would
Yeah.
keel over here. I mean, if he
Yeah, that'd be
And
great.
you're that? Oh my
Oh,
God!
if you drop dead now, that would be the best thing in the world.
Oh, I
And
used
you know,
to-
Howard, I never slept with Kitty Kelly, but I'll be honest with you. Oh, God, get my
Robin, we have an exclusive.
Now wait a minute. Supposing the reverse happened.
And I dropped dead.
And I took over. And suddenly, just supposing,
All
they
my
make-
advertisers
they make an
went away.
arrangement with the network,
Yes.
and they make an arrangement in WOR's understanding.
Yes.
And I finish out the week.
Well, there's bad
And they
news.
decide on Friday to do an overnights like they do in television.
Yes.
And I get a 32.
Yes.
In other words, I've walked across your body
That would look pretty bad for me, wouldn't it?
to new fame.
But he doesn't realize he'd have to do the boat ride tonight if he
That's
took
right.
over.
If
for
you
You
took
know
over
what?
my job, you'd have to be locked on a boat for 4 hours with your sponsors. So you better hope I don't die. You better pray for my health, my friend.
In other words, you local people still have to do stuff like that.
Absolutely. Larry King
I
is
remember
here.
back when I was local. When I was local, we had to do
Yeah.
things like get this, folks.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah,
die.
yeah. Ted
You had-
Turner
you had to
doesn't have you doing much.
We had to do remotes.
I saw the interview. I saw the interview.
We had to go on boat trips with sponsors. I remember that.
I
You
saw
want me to
the-
do mornings on WABC.
I saw the
Stay
interview.
after work, Larry. We want you to meet Mr. Wingo of the Wingo Bicycle Company. He's your newest sponsor, and he's going to take you to Nathan's for
So you
lunch.
finally
it's
hit it big.
106,
You
and the air
finally-
conditioning's broke, and you got a remote at the
Get
bowling
outta
alley.
here. You finally hit it big.
Yeah, I need this in my
We'll
life.
be back right after this. You finally hit it big. He's a wise ass now. Listen to these words. Want to know the name of, I would say, one of my top 5 restaurants?
Yeah, I would.
You'd like to know that?
One of your top 5.
Top 5 on Long Island. I don't eat Manhattan. I eat on Long Island.
Naturally.
I don't like to come into Manhattan. It's depressing. Hey, that's one of the reasons I like this restaurant so much. To eat on Long Island, what? And get stabbed? I mean, go into Manhattan and risk my life? What is that, Restaurant Row?
Well, let's take it easy now.
Excuse me, anybody with a beret around?
You're biting the hand that feeds you.
What are you
New York
talking about?
City is your market. It's your hub, and it's the hub of the nation. Don't knock it.
I like staying in the suburbs, quite frankly. I'm sorry, when you got to start having Curtis Sliwa protect you just to go to a restaurant.
Yes, but see, you don't have any entertainment when you go out to eat.
Yeah, I like to watch people being stabbed.
Running the gauntlet is part of the entertainment.
Well, I always like to know I can walk outside and score some crack while I'm eating my dinner. It's always a pleasurable thought.
It's an anti-New York. It's an anti-New York attitude. These people love you how they made you. They could break you.
I live in New York.
Don't knock a city. Don't knock a city.
What do you mean
This
don't
is New
knock
York.
it?
Come on, all other cities
That's
are
one of those
pretending.
old rules, Larry.
Larry,
This is New York. I'm not what old rule.
You're an old broadcaster. You know that?
We knock it all the time.
I would knock cities. I would knock Washington if I did a local show in Washington. Things about what. But to
How
knock,
is Angie Dickinson in bed? Just tell me, man. Just tell me what that's like to get a starlet.
No, the only
Just tell
people
me.
interested in that.
Me and Robin.
Jewish local disc jockeys.
Come on.
Nah, Robin don't care.
What's it like?
Robin does it
Because you know,
just
as
because
a
she wants to
Jewish
get on
man,
your
you
good-
never believed you'd be able to get an
I
Angie
never said
Dickinson.
a word, Larry.
That's everything you always wanted when you were in high school
I
and you
think it
couldn't
sounds
get.
more like what you want.
Angie, I don't know. I heard they used a stunt double in that movie that she was naked in. I thought that was her body. And then Robin told me it was a double.
It was a double.
Yes,
and she was
dress to
ticked.
kill.
She was ticked because she wanted to use her body.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Well, why do you think they didn't use the body? Someone told me it was you who was the stunt double in that movie. It was actually your body we were looking at before you got in shape.
Yeah, you found before the surgery.
Yeah, before the surgery.
All right, I don't mind knowing that. I don't mind the public knowing that.
No, but
because this is New York. I don't want Philadelphia to know it.
oh, but they do know that.
Now they know.
Now they know it.
You go on satellite to Philadelphia. It's easier to go on Amtrak.
Yes, it is. I like the satellite.
You go up 23,500 miles to beam down to Philadelphia.
But you must like lay in bed and go, I don't believe it. You know, it's like, oh my
A
God.
Jewish kid from Brooklyn.
A Jewish kid
for
from
God's sake.
Mario. Do you believe it? A Jew and an Italian sipping aperitifs. What is that? Aperitifs.
I have.
How'd you get so close with Cuomo anyway?
I met him when I interviewed him a long time, I guess 1976, and I got to like him. He's a hell of a guy. Has he been on the show?
He's the biggest.
Has he been on the show? Sure.
This guy is the
he'll
biggest schmuck on 2 feet, this Cuomo. I hate his guts.
Why?
Hey, first
I
of
can't
all,
believe
he
that.
hasn't done a damn thing for New York except sit and make speeches about his father's bloody feet. Guy makes one speech, and we're supposed to be impressed that he should be president based on one speech. What has he done? It's
Howard,
against the death penalty.
What?
This town is running amok with
Howard.
criminals.
Why would you? Why was he then reelected?
He was reelected because most people are insane. They don't know what to do.
So now watch this. In the space of 5 minutes, you've knocked the city you live in. It's not me breathing.
And the governor.
You've knocked the city you live in. Wait a minute. You've knocked the governor, and you've called your listeners, who I would imagine if you have a representative audience, 67% of them voted for Mario Cuomo.
Yeah.
So you're telling
Right, they're
67% of your own audience
That they're idiots.
I would suggest they tune out. There's a lot of choices available to you this morning.
Like what? Name it. A
John
zoo?
Gambling is a
The
wonderful
gambling,
guy.
yes.
Yeah.
John Gambling.
John
With petty
Gambling.
cash, he could buy you. Then we have
Personally, I don't like John Gambling, but his son is a fabulous talent. how does John Gambling wake up in the morning and everyone go, oh my God, that is my son. He does a show business report and I have to pay him $400,000 a year for this.
There are other choices. There's
It's
all
frightening.
news. There's Imus. There's
And Imus is doing very well, isn't he? They're just
I don't
about to
know.
change the. They're just about to
they're
change
going
the
to
whole
fan
format.
radio.
Yeah, they're becoming sports.
Why would anyone drop the call letters WNBC? I mean, you could knock all day long, but I
Right.
would say that those are pretty good call
Yeah,
letters.
I mean, this is
you
something
could
that
work
can
with
retain.
those call letters.
Yeah.
I would think that there's a possibility of. I would say you'd have good memory.
See, Larry is a broadcaster, and he doesn't know why NBC is dropping those call letters.
No.
Because when they fired me, I single-handedly destroyed that station. I took away Imus's audience. I destroyed the image of that station, and now they are nothing. They are dirt. Don't mess with me. And when I come to Washington, one day I will broadcast into Washington.
But
there's a man there, Goff LaBar, who's going to pay dearly because I'm going to strip him of all that he is worth.
Oh, you're mad at him too.
And in Philadelphia, the zookeeper,
Who are you mad at?
you've learned your lesson.
Oh, Scott Shannon. I was with Scott Shannon last night. He sends his best.
Big fat jackass who has
Fat?
skin hanging off his chin.
Yeah, he looks like Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah,
Fat.
oh yeah. What were you doing with him?
He went to this broadcasting thing, to the museum. He's part of the industry.
Really?
We're not. You noticed
you
we
weren't.
weren't there.
Yeah, he's really done a lot to change radio. He does a hell of a birthday announcement. Give me a break,
I haven't
Larry.
heard any of these people.
The broadcasting industry is a joke. They have a radio hall of fame, and who ends up in it? Cousin Brucey.
Yeah.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he's done a lot for radio.
Rick, can I give a time check? Mr. Sklar? Oh, okay. WABC degrees 97.
Yeah, that's my idea of a broadcaster. Larry, the whole business sucks.
All you have to do is get old in this business, and
Yeah.
you get honored.
Well, I've been
All I
very
know is
lucky.
Larry's in the business,
I've been very
and he's
lucky.
sleeping with Angie
I've
Dickinson.
been very lucky.
Okay?
I've been very lucky. Hey, I'm
We're-
54 years old. I make more money than I need. I've never
How
been
much are you
hassled-
making? I have a feeling that you're not making more money than you need. I don't think you're making
wrong.
that much.
Oh, you're wrong. I make a lot of money. I
don't
mean, I
think
make
you-
enough
You
that
don't
I
make
don't...
that much.
Well, Howard, you have to figure he's got 7 jobs.
What is enough?
That's
I got
right.
3
That's
jobs.
right. All right, between USA Today,
I got 3 jobs.
book. Oh, you're not taking any money for the book, right?
Not taking any money for the book. USA Today.
I bet you didn't realize it'd be a top 10 seller, huh?
Yeah, I'm not going to take any money. Who the hell's going to buy this crap anyway?
I got
It's a
I got
damn good
another-
book.
I
It
got
is a
another
good book.
coming
I've
out
even
in
said it.
February.
I even
know,
said
and I
it.
appreciate it.
I even said it kills me that you wrote a good
When
book.
you buy more money than you need, I mean, I have a daughter, 20, who's a big Howard Stern fan.
Not a big Larry fan, but a big Howard Stern fan.
She's a big Larry fan, too.
What is the deal? Well, explain to me.
She's my daughter, and I love her. There's some dumb story somewhere to where. I don't know. Where did this start
It's
with
not
your...
a part of her religion.
Why would
No.
you think...
Father's Day.
You wanna know
Oh,
what she said?
God.
You know what she said to me for Father's Day?
She said-
She said...
Hello, Dad? Eat me. Goodbye. Just send me a check, okay?
But the thing is, you don't understand. Larry called her on Father's Day.
No.
What's the matter, Dad? Bankrupt again?
No, she said...
Kaya, can you come to the hospital? I'm dying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm busy. I broke a nail.
Okay.
She said to me, I'm trying to figure out what to get for you.
Uh-oh, he's getting excited.
In other words, I see it.
Come on, Larry. Oh, there he is.
She said to me, nothing is worthy of you.
Oh, Dad, hi. Happy Father's Day.
Don't come over. Aunt Angie is here. Let me alone. I'm busy.
All right, listen to me.
Well, he was Father of the Year.
That's right.
I was Father of the Year.
And what happened? You didn't go
That
pick
drove
up the
you
award?
crazy, too, huh?
Yeah,
I had to do something. You know, our broadcasting called.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something weird there.
Some father, just like his life.
Yeah.
Whenever broadcasting called, he was there.
Yeah, not there for
right.
Kaya.
She's right.
He wasn't even there when the mother gave her a wacky name.
She's right.
What the hell kind of name is this? I got a
How
reputation.
can you be Jewish and not know that name? It's
I know Lenny
sacred.
Bruce, for God's sakes.
What does
Part
Kaya
of-
mean?
To life. Here, this is
Oh,
a
like
Kaya.
Kaya.
Oh, like Chaim.
This is a Kai.
Another,
Chaim is the
another
male.
Jew who can't pronounce Yiddish words.
It should be Chaya. if you-
Chaya, right.
But it
Anyway.
means to life.
You know what Kaya means in Jewish? Daddy's never home. Busy broadcasting. Anyway, Larry.
You know who you sound like?
Who?
I just realized it then.
Who is that?
Alan Alda.
Yeah, well, a lot of people did say that in the old days.
No, you do. You sound like Alan Alda.
Well, maybe you,
You
did
don't
this
look like
morning.
Alan Alda.
I'm better looking.
You don't. You sound. You think? Do you think you're better?
How
looking than
sexually
Alan Alda?
frustrated is Alan Alda with that wife of his, huh? Did you ever see her?
I know her. Yeah.
George Bush's wife looks attractive compared to her.
Oh.
Alan Alda's wife is an accomplished
Lovely woman.
cellist,
Yeah, well.
and
What, do you think it's strange that all of his movies have to deal with him cheating somehow and ending up in bed with either Anne Margaret or getting to look at blondes like going off boats, and it deals with guys who want to stray from their wives?
Yeah.
Think there's anything weird about that?
that's the way you're reading something psychological into it.
I don't know, man. And then isn't it kind of weird that he's in California doing MASH and she stayed in Jersey the whole time? Is it kind of weird
You're
that she's
implying something there.
maybe she's a cellist, but does that satisfy a man? By the way, let me say something about Kaya.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
Ah.
I was very surprised. And you know what's even more surprised? She looks like you, but like the good-looking you. And like with you with blonde hair.
Yeah, blonde
She
hair.
does look
nose
like
a
you,
little
though.
Straighter and
Doesn't she look
she
like
looks
you?
nice as her mother's eyes, though.
She's very beautiful.
I tell you what, the way Kaya discovered Howard Stern, and the way I discovered Howard Stern was through. She came up to live with me when she was just about right before her 14th birthday,
Right.
and went through high school up in Washington D.C. area. I'm driving her in the car one morning because I'm taking her to modeling lessons. She took modeling lessons her first summer.
She is cute.
And we get in, and she says, "Turn on the radio. I want you to hear someone, Dad." And she turns on this person who is saying things. Now, I'm a professional broadcaster.
Yes.
With some modicum of success and taste. And I'm hearing these incredible words coming out of radio. I honestly thought there was a guy in a box in the car.
And then you proceeded to
This was
bad
all
rap me
set
for
up.
years.
I said, I can't believe it,
But it was
guys.
funny
And
stuff.
she's on the floor.
Right.
She was laughing at all those
See,
expressions.
you're getting old, Larry.
No,
You
I've
can't
gotten to appreciate you. I think you do it. I thought originally, I used to say this, that you were forced.
Right.
That you, it gave me the impression while the record was playing that you'd be thinking, what can I say after this record is over that is really going to be bizarre, and grab them. And I didn't regard that as, I think a lot of people could do that. That's like wrestlers can fake.
Right.
However, I have since doing that panel with you in San Francisco, and I was the moderator and you were on that panel, and I thought you were ad-lib hysterically funny.
Thank you.
I have said that you are a very funny person.
Oh,
That's why you had to get rid of the records, Howard.
Yeah.
Because people were saying that.
Yeah, because you see, everyone was saying during the records he must be thinking up shocking stuff. Now I've eliminated the records, and everyone knows I'm really funny because I have no time to think.
That's right. You are
That's
funny.
it.
Do you plan some things?
Yeah, sure.
I want to say, what is that sound?
That's your respirator, and don't try to hide it. It's annoying.
It's starting as Rickles.
It's really getting.
You're beginning to tick me, Howard.
Yeah, Rick. What? But then, of course, Rickles at the end would sing a nice song and make up for all the bad things he said. So that's.
I don't think that matters. He's funny.
Yeah,
Rickles,
he is. He is very funny. But when he sings the song at the end, I could really crawl into a
he
hole.
doesn't have to appease the audience that way.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
we both admit if he walked in here now, you and I are gone.
Yes.
History.
Yes.
No one plays with Rickles.
Really?
Oh, forget it. You're alone. You're destroyed. Goodbye.
Bring him in here.
Let's see. I'd like to take him on.
Bring him in here.
He's got 60 years experience.
Right, yes.
2, he's got a persona, which is very important, that Rickles is going to take command because as he swings the door open...
Take it easy, Larry. You're getting
things will
excited.
come Do you know how much hate mail we got at CNN on your appearance? Not
really?
Hate mail, no. How could a man take a man who had heart disease
and blow cigarettes in his face?
Blow cigarettes in his face and put cigarettes in his mouth. And I'm defending you, saying, hey, that's Howard's shtick.
Right.
Howard couldn't force me to smoke by doing that. People don't understand that.
All right, now let's get back to it.
Now, New Yorkers understood it because New Yorkers are smart.
So when you met Angie Dickinson, did you think you died and went to heaven? I'm fascinated by that.
You seem to be.
But you want to know something, though. When you were with
like
her,
Alan Alda.
yeah, but you were with her already. She was older. She'd already been through Burt Bacharach and a couple other guys.
The Kennedys.
The Kennedys. Hey, did you ever moan John Kennedy's name? Oh, John. Marilyn? I'm Angie, damn it. Let's talk about marriage to Burt Bacharach.
Howard,
It's
it
been
may
fascinating.
be
Yeah.
that it's none of our business.
Oh.
Is that
Right.
possible that it's none of our business, Howard?
My father's on the phone. What does he want to get a call into Larry?
No, he says that the sound effect's bothering him.
All right. Here's my father. What is it, Dad? The sound effect's bothering you?
Driving me out of my mind.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Is this really your father?
Yeah.
Yes.
You fathered this?
I don't take any responsibility. I love you,
Who do you love?
Larry King.
He
you
doesn't
do?
say that to you,
Now,
Howard. He says it to a complete stranger.
Why do you love Larry King, Dad? I'm much more famous than Larry King.
He was around before you.
And I will say something about a father's influence. The respirator's off.
All right, it's off.
Thank God.
Yeah, from your lips to God.
I mean, I thought I was going to take the gas pipe here.
Oh, come on. Wasn't that bad?
first of all-
Now for the next 12 Sundays in a row?
You're going to hear about it.
Yeah, Larry and you were doing so well, but I couldn't concentrate on it. The damn thing was so distracting. I'm going to hear this now. My father... Dad, you got to stop listening to this show. You got to
there's
do me a
another
favor.
thing.
I swear to God, that's exactly the words I was going to use.
Yeah, but do me a favor. Never bring it up again.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, there's another thing I didn't think of.
What's that?
You have a father.
Yeah.
What do you do, sir?
He's retired, Larry.
From
Sorry.
Square dances.
From what?
Sorry, I can't have a father
I
that
was
has...
I was in sound recording.
He had the largest recording studio in New York.
Was Howard a weird kid?
Surprisingly enough, he wasn't.
Oh, yeah, Dad. Tell Larry about how you used to have to whack me at the table because I wouldn't shut up.
Was he a good student?
No,
But are there brothers and sisters?
one sister.
How is she doing?
Terrible.
No, she's normal.
No, she's like married and housewife and her.
What does your son-in-law do?
He's in the shoe business.
I'm talking to your father.
I'm much more successful than he is.
That's right.
Yeah, and I love
Wait
that.
a minute. Does Howard support you?
Yes.
You must be kidding.
I don't give him a dime.
Listen, Larry, I'm delighted he supports himself.
And lucky.
Yes.
That's right.
There's one bad thing about turning the respirator off.
Yes.
There were a lot of people in hospitals who were timing their respirator.
To our respirator.
To that respirator. 17 people just died.
All right, Dad, you made your point, but do me a favor. Don't ever make a point again to me, all right?
Okay.
I'm talking about, don't call up and say it was driving you
Don't
crazy.
talk to your father
You know,
like
I only
that.
call you up on technical things.
Wait a minute. Hold on. The man was a sound man.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
Who would know sound better than you?
He does.
See,
He does know sound.
You're
It's just that-
pompous. You're pompous. Your father calls to help you.
No, I'm pompous.
People are tuning out because
Yeah.
you got a dumb sound machine.
Right.
All right. The respirator joke. See, that's your problem, Howard. Excess.
All right, Dad.
The respirator joke worked.
boy.
It worked for a minute. Worked for 2 minutes. The train
No, I
worked.
think it worked the whole time.
worked.
I'm still debating. I still think it was
You're
funny.
right, Larry. It made a statement, and that was it.
That's
All right.
correct. All right, buddy. Olders are so much smarter.
You're two old timers. You ought to get together.
You two would be good friends.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Take advice from Larry. He bankrupt 9 times.
What a nice man your father is.
Goodbye, Daddy.
What a nice guy. Isn't that nice? to
I love
have
my
your-
daddy.
Have your father call.
Yeah. Can't believe he raped my mother, and that's how
Oh,
they met.
stop it.
Literally. That's how they met.
Yeah.
That's
on a
not
rape.
true.
On a rape date. It was date rape.
She was made pregnant and had to marry him?
Yes.
It was a forced Jewish rape?
Yes.
That's the first Jewish rape in history.
You know, I'm so
There's
lucky.
never been a Jewish rape.
Is that right?
Oh, no. What are you kidding? At first it takes force.
What about you and Angie?
Oh.
Don't tell me you didn't have to force her into bed, Larry. Come on. Tell us about it.
No.
How about that Playboy model? Oh, man, I
I've
can't
reached
believe
this
it.
stage in life where you know what it is?
Do you
Now,
think
a lot
you'd
of
be
people
getting?
tell me
Do you
this.
think you'd be getting
I-
Playboy models if you
a
went
lot
on
of
the radio?
people tell me this.
Yeah. You married for looks.
That you constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wives were pretty.
You married for looks.
Yeah.
Well, why not marry
Sharon
for
was
personality?
pretty. Because I don't want a cellist.
You don't want to be Alan Alda.
You constantly, I think, are in envy. And that's a terrible
Maybe.
way to be. If I can give you some advice.
Yeah. Possibly.
You're making it on your own. Don't because Larry King knows Angie Dickinson or happen to have married beautiful women or dates people like Susan Sullivan, let's say.
Do you date her?
Do you date her?
Yeah. Now,
The one with the headache commercial? The one on Falcon Crest?
That's Falcon Crest, Tylenol.
She's cute. She's got a nice body.
Never married. Hell of a lady. In her mid-40s and terrific.
Would she ever do stuff with other women in front of you? Like do
Oh,
stuff
boy.
like you, Susan Sullivan, and Angie in bed together? Have you had 2 broads at the same time?
Do you have a private detective?
You ever talked about this with Mario?
Do you know?
Hey, Mario,
you and Mario
can you
talk
believe we're
about?
sitting here drinking aperitifs and we're having
Howard, if I
and I had 2 girls. What about you and Matilda?
I
and me
have
and
to, I
Ann?
have to leave shortly. I'll give you some rest.
Where are you rushing off to?
Washington, where I live.
Well,
Where
why?
Normal people
What
are.
are you in a rush for?
I want to get home and get my Philadelphia tapes.
Yes,
Which, by the way, smuggled into Washington and sold.
I see.
If you come back to Washington, you'll be a big hit. They do miss you there. I
I
want
would
to say
love
to you, don't live in envy.
I'm not living in envy.
Tammy
It's-
Haddad, my producer, she loves you.
She's hot for me.
my radio producer. He's not hot for you. He's a very
I
sexy.
bet you I could get Tammy Haddad in bed inside of 10 minutes if I wanted to. I think she's
Wow.
not. I think she's so hot for me, and she's so big. I like that. I like
She
a
is
big
tall.
woman,
Okay.
a nice, tall, big
Now,
woman.
why
Yeah.
are you so envious? Don't be envious of me. We're different talents.
By the
We're
way, let
both
me
in
say
a-
something.
don't
I'm
be
not envious.
Don't be envious.
I have a
of me.
wife who loves me.
Hey, you got
I
a
must
hell of a
admit,
break.
I would like to cash in and maybe once in a while get some of the Tukey that ignored me my entire life because of the way I look, because of my appearance. All of a sudden, women are finding me attractive. As you know what I mean. To get behind that microphone, it's a power.
What's
It's a
attractive?
penis substitute, is what it is, and
power.
you've said it to me.
Power.
Yes.
No. I think that's. I think psychiatrists would say that's incorrect.
No, but in other words, when I sit behind this microphone, I'm so powerful. And
That people are relating that to
This
organs.
is your manhood.
I mean, Larry, be honest. Would you have gotten a Playboy bunny on your own? Like if you were a construction worker. I mean, would she have been interested
What
in
an
the Larry
example he
King?
is for a Jewish guy at
Yeah.
construction.
And every time you're around the governor, quit reminding him that you're Jewish every minute.
And
Can
that
you
he's
believe,
Italian.
Yeah, can you believe an Italian and a Jew sitting here and I'm
the
with
governor's
Angie?
mansion.
I just had Susan Sullivan.
That happened once. I told about it in my book. Why do you keep repeating something? So if something happens on a screen, it doesn't keep repeating. Are you in the Roger Rabbit film?
No, I wish
Because I heard you were in it as a cartoon character.
That's very funny. That's very funny, Larry.
Howard Stern is in this new movie, but not as a human.
I see a lot of Lenny Bruce rubbed off on you. Hey, how was Lenny? Good?
You'd love Lenny.
Yeah.
Lenny, you know what I would love to have? I'd love to see Lenny here right now. Right now, I wish he could materialize and just sit in the studio and hear the kind of stuff going on for which he was arrested
Yeah.
and
Yes.
jailed and is now on a very popular radio show in New York. Those kind of things going on. I knew Lenny very well.
Isn't it
We
amazing,
all
too,
owe
how
him
much
that.
times have changed? And after all, the government's not even after me. You know? It's like we've really grown
Well,
up.
look,
haven't we?
Eddie Murphy just signed an $8 billion contract with CBS.
That's right.
And Eddie Murphy's much rawer than Lenny Bruce ever was.
That's
ever.
right.
So that's incredible. It's sad, though, because if you knew Lenny well...
I feel bad for him. I do.
Oh, You had to feel bad because he was so far ahead of his time. And
That's
if
right.
Lenny he'd flip for you, Lenny. I mean, he would love what you're doing.
he'd like
and
this.
He would like it. But would he
Dig.
believe it?
He would dig it. Excuse me. He would dig it.
Yeah, like this, he would
Yeah,
go.
dig.
No, he would go.
Dig.
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 Hey, dig.
Larry does something smart that I don't do.
He networks.
After he interviews someone, he gets him in his car. He drives him over to his radio
He
show.
becomes like the chauffeur.
Yeah, he's like, if you need a ride? Well, I have a car, Larry. No, come on, give us a chance to
What does
network.
that do for me?
And then he somehow hangs out with them.
Yeah, they wind up at dinner or something.
Boy,
because
you
he's-
sound like Alan Alda.
My wife doesn't let me do that.
Wait a minute.
I don't think
let
it's
you?
your
Let
wife.
you?
She doesn't
That's why
let me
I'm
do
not
it.
married. I hate that word, let.
She doesn't let me
I
do
don't want
it.
to hear that word. My wife let me.
She says,
well-
3
well,
o'clock,
she
why
goes,
hasn't she called?
yeah, she goes, well, yeah, we could go with those people, but
I get the feeling that if someone like an Angie Dickinson type walked into this room and said, take me, you'd panic.
I would.
Because
Because I feel guilty. I don't want to cheat on my wife.
Because you don't want to cheat on your wife. So this is a show.
Hey, how come you didn't do it with Marilyn Chambers?
I've got to go now.
What are you talking about?
Is this serious?
No, the
Larry?
reason I got to go is 2 reasons. One, I got to go, and 2, there's a little quirk in the Peabody Committee Award where they could take it back.
Is that right?
We're at the point now where I could lose that.
What is the Peabody Award?
It's our. You never know, but
Wasn't that
it's,
the guy on Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yeah, that little dog.
Little dog?
it's our Pulitzer.
What do you mean, our Pulitzer?
It's radio and TV's Pulitzer.
Who awards that?
The Peabody Committee at the University of Georgia. Your name goes forever enshrined.
And why do you get that?
I have no idea.
Oh,
And
he's
why
a
don't I
big-
get something like that?
Excellence in broadcast. Well, your station has to submit it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I never do that. Like
Does
Billboard?
it cost something? Tom won't do it.
I want, yeah, it probably costs like $100
No,
entry
he should
fee.
submit you because if you won a Peabody, that would rock America.
But I won't win because people in this industry hate me and resent me, even though I've elevated the entire industry.
I don't know. The critics hate
Notice,
you.
notice 10 years ago, nobody talked on the radio, except for like talk shows like yourself.
That's right. You are an innovator.
Yeah, but then nobody recognizes that. Does Billboard give me an award? No, they give it to Rick Dees. That's some innovator. Disco Duck. What a dick that guy is. I hate him.
I'm leaving
so do
now.
you, Larry.
I'll see
Wait,
you in my
just come
next
on a
trip in.
second.
I got to run. But I'm going to be in again. I'm coming in July. I'm riding at the Meadowlands in the George Plimpton series.
Peabody Award. You know what he did? Angie
No,
he
I
says,
didn't.
listen, you guys, you want Angie Dickinson? All right. You guys, each one of you guys get the nail on Angie Dickinson. And you give me...
Goodbye, Howard.
Larry King, everybody.
Bye,
Larry, take it easy. Don't get upset. Don't put on that respirator sound that annoys my father. Thanks, Larry. All right. Larry King. Good guy. He's a good man.
Yes, he is.
I like him.
His personality got better now that he got his heart fixed.
Yeah, he's like a lot happier.
Yeah. He used
And
to
he
be an
looks
old
better.
grouch.
His eyes are both wide open.
Wide open. He was very alert. His skin doesn't flake.
I should say to Robin, there's something wrong with him, and you said it was a circulation, that his eyes were literally closing up.
That lid would just droop
Yeah.
during the interview.
That was fun. I like him. I mean, he thinks he's a lot more famous than he is.
Well, he seems to have everybody convinced.
Liz Smith called him the hottest media personality in the country,
Yeah.
which I can't believe.
It's like the Rolling Stones. When they said they were
Yeah.
the world's greatest rock band,
People
everybody
believed
bought it.
He kept saying, I'm the king. I'm the king of, what do you call, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I guess in a deep voice announcer, come on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the king of late night radio, Larry King.
The world's greatest talk show host.
And for years, everyone used to hear him go, but everyone started believing it.
Yeah.
People like
I
Liz
think it
Smith.
was a joke when it started out.
I know, I'm twice as hot as him. I sold out the Felt Forum New Year's Eve in an hour.
He couldn't do that.
Of course not. But, and he's out with the Playboy bunnies. God, I'm telling you, I could have Madonna as somebody. The way
But
he's
don't
going.
lay it off on your wife that you don't go anywhere. You were in Los Angeles. There was nobody there to tell you anything, and you went home and went to sleep.
Well, because I know you would have reported it back to her. By the way, next Friday, Larry King Dial-A-Date. I don't know if you know that.
All right.
But I mean, and then for him to delude himself to think that he got Playboy bunnies on his own because
He thinks that.
He does. He absolutely is convinced of that. I'm a very charming guy.
He thinks that Angie Dickinson is with him because he's just him.
Yeah. Because she's so desperate to revive her career, I think she's with him.
She needs the exposure.
Although if she can't be that desperate. She's got plenty of money.
I don't know.
I don't know what the hell she's doing with Larry
All
King.
I ever think about with her is that she was with Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
And that's nothing to crow about.
Your genitals might as well be cut off. Burt Bacharach? Oh, he looks like the phoniest creep to me.
Oh, I'm telling you.
When he used to come on Mike Douglas' show with Angie, and I'd like to sing, and of course I'm not a singer, but I'll talk my songs. Everything like this. Man, sound like a mental patient. I hate him.
And now with that Carol Bayer Sager.
Ugh.
The
Gee.
two of them.
Ugh.
Too phony as people.
Sickeningly sweet.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, if I was with Angie, I'd start running through the Kennedys, but Bacharach, that might be enough to make me last a long time. And Larry's freaking out because he's with a celebrity, you know. I forgot to ask him. I sort of saw him walking. In fact, me and you saw him walk out of an elevator with somebody kind of strange once.
Was that him? You know, because
Yeah,
I
it was
kept
Larry.
trying to
You
think.
blocked that out of your mind.
Yeah, and I thought it was him, but I wasn't sure.
But, yeah, something was going on with her. And
Oh, boy.
Larry's been through quite a few women. I must say.
It's kind of weird, though, having a guy like that, you know, that age, sitting there talking about his chippies, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of frightening. Mario, you know. And, he's got the image and the Peabody Award. Meanwhile, he's out screwing around with young chippies.
Yeah. He's got standards, though. Nobody under 32.
Yeah, that's a good standard. He's 97. He's a regular George Burns. But he's a good guy, Larry.
He is. He's fun.
Yeah, I like him. He's got a good personality, I guess. Not that bright, though. You know who his financial advisor was, all those bankruptcies?
Who?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hello, Kareem. What do you think? The IRS is after me. Hey, baby, don't sweat it. Hey, Larry, why you wear those regular glasses, man? Why don't you get some goggles? Yeah, okay. All right. Good idea. Good advice, Kareem. I'll see you later. I gotta go now. Goodbye.
All right, we got to take a break, Robin.
Yeah.
And when we come back, let's finish some news, take a few phone calls. I'm sure people enjoyed the Larry King interview. I would have taken some Open Phone America, but there was no time.
You're on the air.
Arkansas. Easy. You know, people like frightened. Arkansas.
That's why they can't get the questions out.
Yeah, right. You're on the air.
Goodbye.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
You're listening.
The ESPY Awards, which is some new cock